Oh. Right. Shame. Right. Wait, was I completed video? Wow. That's a shame what's happening. Right, let me do this real quick. Okay. This side. Right, that's on, that is on, that is on. We click that to here, click over that to there. We're going up to 3.6. Right, landing elevation for the arrival. Map, 7.2, 7.4, holy flip. $750. Seven, 2. $300 actually. Right.
Aurora traffic airport, having customer 25 in approach RMP runway 22.
Whatever that even means. No! No! No, that works. Why did I click that for? Right. Request.
Boarding requested.
Right. Okay, so... One, two, three, this way.
Do you want to board crew? Crew boarding starting. Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
Puedo ver su base de abordar. Puedo ver su base de abordar. Hello. Hello. Buenas tardes. This way, please. Hello.
Right. 134.
Good afternoon.
You. Beep 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 beep
Bienvenido a bordo.
One,
This way,
2,
please.
3, 4, 6.
Hello.
Enough.
Hello. 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 Welcome
Right.
on board. Por aquí, por favor.
Software. Right, let's get this open. Right, so Boeing 738, the aircraft, A cars, brief. Right, take off. Which one are you taking off? 20 toe, weight is done. Dunny, that's late. Hey, Muppet! Oh, ooh. Let's go 25. You son of a... Have to cheat. I have to cheat. Don't like cheating. There we go, flaps 5. Short runway. You know about the SS United States, anyone? That's what I'm watching, which is terrible news. Built in the 50s, she was, and now she's going to be gone. It's a famous ship that was built back in the 50s, 1950s. It's called the SS United States. She was the first cruise ship to be built in America that, back in that era, to be the massive luxury cruise liner and the fastest to be built. It was even used in the war. I think it's not. No, it's got an old ship. I think no, 1850s or 1950s. I can't remember. It's been docked for 30 odd years, and now they're finally moving her. Oh, that thing, yeah, they're finally moving her. Not to be scrapped, to be sunk. It's going to be sunk. There's like almost 6,000 people watching the live stream at the moment. It's going to be sunk. I know it's been sitting there for a long time, and now it's a famous ship. I mean, obviously, you've seen it yourself. If you have money, save it. Well, they already made up their mind they're going to sunk it. For the fishes. That's what they're going to do, they're going to sunk it. To be honest, I think it's got to the stage where they can't save it anymore, to be honest. It's that bad, I suppose they got no choice to... I don't think they can save it. I think it's got to the point that they can't save it because it's... Who knows? That rusty. Right, so where was I? Right, M1 limit. 95.3. But it's not that, so I'm gonna say 54. Ooh, it's actually 56. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, 1950s. But yeah. It had 5 owners or something. Like, it had so many owners, and it's been sat there docked for so long, and now they're finally going to do something about it. Just a sinker. Anyway, don't know the fine details. No, never going to find out the fine details like anything else. 8. Yeah. I know it's been moved multiple times. 8 times it got owned. I know the last one couldn't afford it. 31, 32, 38. Oh, we put that in a bit. Put the trims in. 466. 4.66. I know that when it got crossed over to ownership, they end up each owner couldn't afford it. Each time they got transferred over, they couldn't afford it. 200 at 10. Wait, Sloopy Wobbies in a second. Now we got 600 and 506. It was. Not anymore. Not anymore. Back then it was. I think they made it quite quick, wasn't it? They said it was the fastest at its time. It was. Not anymore. They had many a proposal. I mean, I read about something years ago. They're going to make it into a restaurant. Well, no, a restaurant and a hotel, didn't they? That didn't went ahead. I just got it on a random track. Slopey Ropies. Or 20. 1. Douche. Danny. Next. 131, 132. I just got it on a random track. So who's the first person that listened to it? Give me all your money. Premier still in good shape. Every ship has a retirement date, don't they? Every single ship around the world end up being scrapped. To be honest. Doesn't matter how old the ship is. Every ship's got expiry date. Because don't forget, some of these ships are massive. They're big. Where are you going to put them? Where are you going to put them? You know? You're going to put them end of the day. I mean, how many ships, right? It's in the grade 2 listed. Not many. I can tell you that now, not many. Exactly. There's so many 747s, they can't keep them. They end up scrapping them. There's only like 3 in the world that won't ever get destroyed because they're in a museum. There's only like 3 or 4 in the museum, and that's it. The rest are get scrapped, or they're still flying, or still in use. But exactly, same with all the planes, isn't it? Difference is cruise ships are even bigger, aren't they? It's hardly any ports around the world that supports that size. Look at the UK. How many ports in the UK can support the size of that ship? What am I doing here? Airport is Mike X-ray. Yes, it's scrapped, absolutely. I think they did in the past, but I think they're that big that they had to take the cockpit away, the wings away, the tail away, so you only got the middle bit, and then they sank the middle bit. But then I think they stopped it after a while because even though they can sink things, it ends up costing too much money. I think they stopped it because it's costing too much money to transfer, ship them, sink them, use whatever they need to use. Oh, ships! It's cheaper to sink ships, absolutely, than scrap them. But then by scrapping them, they make money, so they'd rather scrap them because they make money. Because it costs money to, yeah. So what's going to happen, right? She's going to be sucked, right? In another 50 years, 100 years, she'd be gone. It's like the Titanic, right? The Titanic is on the ocean floor, and as she's sitting there, she's been eating away slowly. So another 100 years, there'd be nothing there. You know? Everything that you put in the ocean gets eaten away slowly but surely. It's one way to get rid of them, I suppose. Bada-boo-doo. Right, let's put all the fuel pumps on. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Clicking all the more buttons. Oh, let's see the IMS Empire. I want to have my own cruise ship called Empire. Just image that. 5 and 6. Well, what's our initial climb before I get lost? I don't have any charts here. Well, yeah. Well, we need to be more than. Keep it at 10. Empire, how do you fix the brake issues in Phoenix? MS Empire of Austria. The brake issue. That's a bit of a complicated situation with the brakes. It's lucky for me, I don't have that problem anymore, Jack. So it sucks to be you. Then again, I shouldn't be saying that. I'm gonna get whipped. I meant down at Australia. Australia, yeah, not Austria. Spelled it wrong. To deal with the brakes, you might have to start again with all your profiles, to be honest. All your control profiles for your equipment. But when the brakes went on me, I only had 2 profiles, so I'm fairly lucky enough to deal with it. And obviously, once I fixed the issue with my profiles, then I duplicate it. So when I had a new aircraft type, I duplicate the specific profile, and so the brakes doesn't get transferred over to the new profile. So at the time when my brakes happened, I found a way to resolve it. I don't know if it's been fixed or not, but I found a way to resolve it, which I never had. But I only had about 2 to 3 profiles. And when I did the brakes, I applied it to all of the profiles. So then when I made a new profile, it doesn't get transferred over. So how I deal with the brakes is you need to look at your left and right axis. I mentioned this before to Dan, and he kind of got it fixed even though he didn't apply it to all of the profiles. So you need to look at your keyboard, your mouse, flipping adverts. Seriously. Flipping adverts. Oh my god. Well, there's adverts a bit. Guys, put yes for adverts, no for adverts. And again, if you're seeing adverts, you probably won't hear me saying adverts. Yeah, there's adverts running. Son of a nut. Man, you got to hate them, you got to love them. Let me do the doors. Oh, you're back. Right, so you got adverts. So what part you didn't hear because of flipping adverts? Son of a numbnuts. You got to love and hate the adverts of mayhem. You have low oil pressure. Yeah, that's normal. That's because my engines aren't running. That's normal. That will disappear once the engine started. That is normal. I see that all the time. Once the engines and this and that, and yep, I haven't finished yet. That's normal. You were saying, so what I was saying is when I had these brake problems in the past, I was lucky enough to only have 2 profiles. You know, profiles for each aircraft, control profiles in the settings, in the sensitivity profiles, you know. So when I'm having so-called brake issues, I was only lucky enough to have 2 profiles. So what I'm saying is not necessarily deleting the profiles. What I'm saying is the more profiles you have, the longer it's going to take to resolve your braking issue. So obviously when I had the brake issues, I applied it to the first profile, then I swapped over to the second profile, and I did it again with the brakes. And so when I have a new aircraft or need to create a new profile, I duplicate the profile and then I edit the profile. But when I duplicate it, it's the one with the fixed brakes. Now obviously the brakes, I don't know if it's fully fixed by Sobo, but I kind of done a temporary thing to deal with it, and since I did what I did, no issues. I can't remember the last time I had braking problems. I can't remember. It was ages ago. Can't remember, and I don't have that problem anymore. Because obviously it's down to the actual configs of the profiles. Anyway, so to deal with it, you need to look at your keyboard, your goddamn mouse, joystick, your thrusters. Just look at all your devices. You have to go through each of your devices and you look for your left access brake and your right access brake. Even when I was on the keyboard, there is keyboard controls set for the left and right access brakes. Because when I had that problem, I was focusing my Airbus throttle and then realised it's not just the Airbus throttle, it was the keyboard as well. And then, all suddenly, it was the joystick. Weirdly enough, it was the keyboard and the joystick linked to it as well, causing the brakes to go mayhem or get stuck. So you go through all the profiles and just delete the left and the right axis. Just delete anything that has to do with brakes. Get rid of them from your keyboard, joystick, mouse and throttles. Everything you have to do with the left and right brake axis, delete them. Because what's happening is there's a glitch with the left and right axis that's causing the plane to not move forward. So as soon as you push back, usually when you push back, as soon as you push back, the left and right brake axis instant applies and they're always on. It won't get released. The left and right axis brakes literally won't get released. They're just pretty much stuck. Even if you try and use the keyboard command, or whatever it is, you kind of release it and shut off again. And that's what's happening at the beginning for me. The left and right axis was like this. Constant off on, off on, off on. You have to restart the flight. No, not necessary, no. It's off. And so it's like this. So to deal with it, you push back already. Well, if the brakes are already stuck, then that's a good thing to try and get it unstuck. So how I deal with it, the left and right axis brakes, completely disable them all. Get rid of it, delete it. Okay. Then, look at your slider. Like, does your joystick have a slider? Does your stick have a slider? Like a slider up and down? Yeah, so with the slider, you can apply the left and right axis to the slider. So that's what I did. With the slider, I applied the left axis and the left and right axis to the slider. So when the wheels got stuck, I used my slider to go up, down. So obviously, if it's down, it's locked. If it's up, it's released. So when my brakes got stuck, I went with the slider going up. There we go. It released the brake, and it was fine. And as soon as I was moving, I make sure that my parking brake still works, which it was, and my normal handbrake, my fingertip, works. Great. So once it's moving, I went back into the settings, and I removed the left and right axis brakes from the slider. Once I removed it from the slider, no problems. It worked. And since then, I had no issues. So every time I push back, no issues. That's how I resolved it. I told that to Dan, and as soon as he moved his slider up and down, it worked for him as well. The difference is he kept his sliders. He kept his left and right axis brake. He kept it as it is. So every time his brakes do get stuck, which he doesn't anymore, he uses his sliders to go up and down. If that makes any sense, that's how I would solve my brakes. That's how I would solved it. But I don't know if anyone else found what do you call it, another option. So let's give that a try. Wait, you're in Discord? You want in Discord? Talking away, I could have done it in Discord actually. Could have talked in Discord actually. Man. The time. Be good for time. The parking brake is on. No, it isn't. There's one slightly dull bright light, isn't it? Let me get rid of the ground power unit. Oh, Ian's in the house. Services. Relays. Move the checks, baby. Down to mic and... Why it's raining with the windscreen wipers going? What the flip? And flight plan. Come on. Here we go. Do that. Do that. Right, let me get in. Be in Discord, right? Shut off. Okay. Discord, babe. Be in Discord. I don't even have Discord. Where the... Let's disappear too. Oh, in here. There we go. Hey, boys.
Hey, mate, you alright?
Yay! You got your brake problems. You heard what I said.
Yeah. Oh, it's worked. You have to wiggle it loads.
It depends where you wiggle it. You set it to your thing.
Oh no, it's not worked now. I was moving, but I kept on to Oh, so you have to brake with it as well, for God's sake.
Brake with it? No.
Yeah, my brakes. So now my brakes are on the sliders.
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't. Yeah, you can remove the normal braking away from the sliders. Because you got.
I have done, but
because you got the normal parking brake, then you got your brake, and then you got your left axis and your right axis brakes. So there's three different things entirely. That's in the MS24. You've got like three lots of brakes, which is confusing because you think, oh yeah, there's only one brake with the Boeing, really, isn't there? But yeah, like I said, how I always solved it, because it is linked to the left and right axis brakes, and what's happening is as soon as you push back, the left and right axis brakes are instant closed. It's like applied.
yeah,
And every
yeah.
time you may use a key command to like a button or something, it releases it real quick, it moves, and then it gets stuck again. So it's like you're going along, you're chucking, going ooh, chucking down the taxiway.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah.
And then obviously as soon as I gone through everything from the left axis, right axis, in the settings from all of my even the mouse. I don't know why, but for me it was applied to my mouse as well, which is weird. So every time I use the left click, it braked. So I moved it all. That have to do with the left and right axis brakes. Completely remove it all. Then once it's been removed, then I applied it to my scroll wheel, my slider on my joystick, and then obviously when you slide it up and down, it releases it as necessary. When it's fully released, then I removed it from the slider, so the slider doesn't link to the left and right axis anymore, and since then my brakes are good.
So what you need to do, Jack, is just search brakes and see what controllers have got what bind down to your brakes.
Even
Go through the list and just delete what you don't want.
Even with the keyboard, because by default the left and right axis is also combined to the keyboard as well. I know you have to hold in control or something on the keyboard. I don't know what the command is, but it's also on the keyboard, which that's why it's all messed up from the beginning for all of us.
I just find it weird because I said I was flying yesterday in the last couple of days in the SAS delivery and I had no issues, but as soon as I jump in EasyJet is when it happens.
And that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know, this whole flight sim stories are weird thing.
Did you set it out for one single profile, or did you apply it to all the profiles? Because even though you might have it set to one profile, the other profiles will see off the left and right axis brake issues, so you have to do it to all of the profiles, so that way you won't have a problem.
I don't get how these, because I've got three. What do you mean by profiles? Because like on the controls it says.
You select your keyboard, you select your throttle, for example, and then you've got different profiles for each aircraft you use under that throttle.
I've got like three. Hold on, it's loading. It's taking ages as usual. So I've got like general controls, airplane controls, and specific A320 CFM controls.
Oh, yours is well. That's what. As default, when you get the sim, you have two profiles already set. One is the old 2020 profiles.
Yeah.
And the other one is the new one for 2024. So all I did was started from scratch. I generated a new profile called 2020 from 2020. I removed all the crap ones I don't want, like the left brake axis, right brake axis, and then added my own ones in. And then I renamed it to a specific aircraft type. So obviously I got like 6 profiles because I have for each different plane. For every plane you fly, you have to have set profiles, basically. So if you fly the 172, you've got a profile for that. You've got the A320, you've got a profile for that. If you're flying the Antonov, you've got a profile for that. Because for 2024, it's some reason, right? It's a shame that you can't have one profile for one plane, one profile for all the planes.
Yeah.
Well, what I've done for mine is I've configured, I've deleted all the profiles.
Yeah, and then
all I
started
done was
scratch.
I created. And all I did is I configured my throttles for 2-plane access and a 4 engine access.
Yeah.
My throttles, and then my yoke, because I've got mixtures and prop. I've configured the yoke for prop and then for jets.
Yeah, I've done the same
And
thing.
that's it. That's all I've done. And it works for everything, for all my planes now.
That's what I've done, because since with the Phoenix, you got to have throttle power, it's 0 to 100, where the other planes you don't use 0 to 100. You use the other option.
Yeah.
So it's that as well to look through.
Right, mate.
Yeah, in our case, obviously with FSU IPC, it's the same as what Abe did. I just have my profile set as a single prop, twin prop, 4-engine prop, twin jet, 4-engine jet, and that's it.
Yeah.
And so every type, not specifically a 320, so a 320, a 319, 318, everything that's got a twin jet has the same profile.
Yeah.
And then if there's anything specific, you can then dive into that as well.
Yeah.
Copy the profile and create a new one, calling it whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll spend
Like
some
the
time
B-
tomorrow going through it.
Yeah, it's,
377,
I
so,
can confirm it's the left and right axis brakes that are causing the issue. So, because Dan's had the same problem as well, and I
Yeah.
went through it with Dan, and he got it set to his sliders on his joystick, and as soon as he moved the slider up and down, it worked. It did. It
Yeah,
actually
mine
worked.
did as well, yeah. It's just weird how it's just happened now, though, I don't understand.
I know, it is weird. I mean, I had it for ages. I was getting annoyed, and then until I
Yeah.
resolved it, I never had that issue anymore. I never had that issue anymore. I actually made a topic about it. So if you done some Google search, Adam, you probably come across my topic, Jack.
Okay.
I think basically the topic's got like almost 250 people voted for the same problem. Like, ooh, my topic's getting famous now. Oh, fine. The last, oh god, 51 replies to that topic I made about the brakes. I'm famous. Even Chewy replied to that topic saying that we will look into it. Flip flops.
Yeah, that's the famous. That's a stock answer that comes from Microsoft now.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're looking into it.
It's on the list.
It's on the list. We're looking into it.
It's on the list for further investigation.
I posted it in the chit chat room. There you go.
You sound like our politicians here in South
Yeah,
Africa.
so that I just posted it in the chit chat room to that link. And if you scroll down a bit, I put my proper answer down and how I resolved it. Obviously, you got others reply to it as well. That's that.
So Empire, I'm repeating that flight that was abandoned yesterday. So I've just taken off from Panama, and I'm on the way to where you are, basically.
Nice. I mean, you abandoned it because you got no choice, and I didn't abandon it because I had a choice.
Yeah.
So you got it sorted then, you're flying it. That's a good thing.
Yeah. PMDG replied to the ticket within an hour, and reset all my, activations.
We have a good engine
Yeah.
start. You can disconnect.
In fact, I didn't even have to reactivate it. They did it at their end. So as soon as I loaded in, I went to the FMC and I saw activation all done. So they must have done it at their end for some, I don't know how, but they did it.
That's good. Just remember to undo it next time.
Oh
when
yeah,
you
yeah.
need to do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
When I
you'll
rebuild
yeah.
next, hopefully March or April, I'm going to rebuild with the new hardware. I'm just waiting for the water block. We've got the processor, 9800X3D. Got the new X70E motherboard. We've got the new G-Skill RAM. I've got the 5090. But we're just waiting for EK or somebody to produce the correct water block for it,
Yeah.
which could be another 4 to 5 weeks. So that'll take us into sort of March, April. So I reckon in April everything will be built, and I can then rebuild it.
Well, I'm gonna say you can put your new motherboard CPU in now, but then you can't because the
Well,
water
no.
block.
Yeah, that's the problem. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I mean if I was air cooled, or if I had a straightforward IAO, I could have done that 6 months ago when the chips came out.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I don't want to keep rebusting it down. Draining the
Absolutely
system
not.
off.
I wouldn't either.
So I just want to do it once, when everything's ready.
That takes time to
Yeah, it's
To
not as
clear
though
it.
this system's bad. It's still working fine. I don't have to do it. So when I've got all the equipment, all the hardware, everything's ready to go, then I'll spend a few days out of the loop rebuilding.
So you are coming to here, and I'm going to departure from here.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to Mexico City, MMMX.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
About 2 hours and 25 minutes. Well, call it 2 hours. And it's taxi.
I did a rebuild as well of my graphics driver last night.
That was the
Remember, because
issue.
I was having all that delay, all that input delay and lag.
Yeah.
So I deleted it. I went, properly with the DDU
Yeah.
into safe mode.
So, did it still continue even though you did just a reboot?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It was the driver issue, I think. The display driver was corrupt or wasn't right.
That's weird because it was
So
fine the other day, and then
I know.
yesterday
I
out of the
know.
blues,
But
it's like
but we've had a Windows update.
oh wow, that's yeah.
Because when I came in this morning, all my Discord wasn't working. The mics, it went back to default. And of course, I've got nothing on the default. It's all separately done on the voice meter, and same as OBS. The mic went on that, and also all the sources went to default as well.
Yeah, it's Windows for you.
Yeah.
Does it to
So
me
I had
too.
no screens. So I had to go in and change all those under
Does
all
it
my
to me
sources.
Every time there's Windows update, my God XLR settings
Yeah.
goes back to default.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
know, but why they interfere with third-party things? They shouldn't.
I don't
Should
know.
leave well alone. Discord and OBS have got nothing to do with their Windows. They shouldn't have access to that and to change things. Anyway, so I deleted it all, got rid of all the NVIDIA folders, shaders, everything to do with it, and rebuilt it with the new download. And so far, today,
Good.
we're okay.
Good,
I mean,
good. Well, I mean, say no more.
we've got
Be
80,
good.
80 90 frames in a complex aircraft, so
Yeah, unfortunately, NVIDIA has a lot of bloatware that they send with their.
yeah,
update
that's
with
why I
the-
don't do the experience or whatever they call it, or the new app.
Yeah,
I just literally go to the driver.
Yeah.
Literally go to the driver.
Video's not having any lag at all with the even with the top tier 5090s.
Yeah, a lot of people are using that new app,
Yeah.
which is full of bloat, as Abe says.
Jafar, isn't it?
crap. So I don't do any of that. I just literally go to the manufacturer's website and download the specific driver, and then do a clean install of that as well. I know it resets everything, but I'd rather spend 5 minutes resetting up the control panel than keeping the old settings, which may be corrupted. So far, everything's cool. Yeah, got 80 odd frames, 90 odd frames, so that's good enough in the PMDG. Happy with that.
I was going to take the iFlyer Max out, but I didn't.
Okay.
Partly reason because didn't get back in late, and even though I'm familiar with flying the 7.3, the iFly is a little bit different in terms of how you set things up. Because obviously it's made by
Is it?
iFly, so
Yeah.
like takeoff calculations and this and that is slightly different. Like the EFB is different. So
Mhm.
obviously I'm not familiar with the iFly system, so it would take me a little bit longer to get going. So since I got back late and had a slightly late dinner, I thought, you know what, I get in the 737 from PMDG that way, and familiar
Yeah.
with the system, so I can get going quicker. You know, I mean, obviously it's a 737 MAX, so in terms of flying it'd be the same way. It's just Firefly done their own system, right? EFB is different. The way you import your flight plan and do your flight plan is different. It's the same plane. It's how each third-party devs do things, don't they? Lock in.
Airspeed alive.
Airspeed alive. It's American, not Mexican.
80 knots. V1. Rotate. V2.
Take off.
Positive rate.
You out.
Interesting. Thrust hold, LNAV and toga
Is that?
on your thing.
Oh, yeah.
Thrust hold, LNAV,
I just go.
and now VNAV speed.
Yeah.
And now it's gone to N1.
It's mentioning the speed for me. That's where I want it. Even though 156 is quite lowish, I was expecting 200, but I just let it do its thing. It comes down to what you program into the FMC end of the day, doesn't it? If you've done it correctly, then boom.
Yeah. Climb 1 profile.
Once we get to 10,000, go up to 250. Bit misty and foggy outside again. It's like a heat wave. Right, since we're in America, we can turn, well, Central America, we can turn these landing lights off. But it's not like we're in Europe, aren't we? The seatbelt stays not that back to you. Oh, check. Heading bug. Set that to check. Going to VNAV. Right, so we're gonna go straight to. We can go straight to 3.6, or we can hold at 10,000 feet and enjoy the scenic view of the scenery. And in that case, we're not going to see anything. Oh boy. But from organic information here, we need to be at 10,000 for a bit anyway. And hold it.
So is this Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020?
Yep.
Okay. Because Abe was in this earlier and he had a CTD and in 24.
Ew, that could be caused by anything.
I don't know what was going on there. He had crashes in both sims.
Scenery. That's all I can put it down.
Scenery?
Yeah.
What scenery was it?
Add-on sceneries. Airports and stuff like that, really.
That. Not, yeah, well, it depends. Is it freeware or payware?
It's payware.
Yeah, which scenery was it?
Well, the one was Gatwick, and the other one was what's the other one?
Gatwick is decent. Gatwick for free anyway. Or flipping adverts. We shouldn't be doing 150.
That's what I'm in now, that free Gatwick.
That's quite good, but it's heavy on the system, isn't it?
2024 is not too bad. I'm getting 60. I haven't got everything on ultra though. I've got like only clouds on ultra. The rest have gone high.
Now we go into speed 230.
Amsterdam's full. What's the other ones?
Oh, Amsterdam,
Flight
that's flight tempo, isn't it? Flaps 1. I'm not that impressed with flight tempo. Amsterdam.
I'm just not impressed with flights, to be honest, at all at the moment. I'm at that point of just stopping it. I don't even bother flying
Next week,
anymore.
mate, till the 350 comes out.
I tell you what, I'll just continue playing out of all. I just don't know how the game works. Will they really get their act together and start fixing stuff properly? Not bothering flying anymore. It's not worth it. Not enjoying it anymore, to be honest.
When it comes to flight simming, anything can happen, you know, because you can have a CTD, but it doesn't mean it's a MSFS to blame. It could be down, like you said, scenery.
No, but it's got constant every day. I've got to struggle. If it's not TTDs, it's pausing and stuttering. You can't fly properly like that. You know, if you wanna piss me off, really, so I must get into a flight sim and you stop halfway when you're about to land, or stutter and pause. You know, it's not fun. So, nah, I'm done with it. I've had enough.
It isn't it?
Until
Where
they
someone
fix
can
these
have
stories out there, it's just not worth flying anymore.
it's weird where someone can have so many crashes and then other people don't get any crashes, and then they can run their simulator up to 8 hours with no problems.
London controller.
Oh, can be many
everybody
things.
has
can happen.
problems. Everybody has problems from time to time, and there's not one that hasn't gone through it.
Can be anything that can cause CDD. End of the day, it's just like troubleshooting, find out what it is, and
Yeah, but you can't repeat it. That's the
I
problem.
know. I mean,
It's a different. It's a
You're
different
chasing
thing
your
the
tail
next
trying
day.
to find things
Yeah.
with this flight.
Yeah,
You know, it can be a million and one things. You
Yeah.
never get to the bottom end of it. And
Yeah.
neither can they, obviously, because they don't even know what the hell they're doing, to be honest.
yeah.
it's like
They've got so many freaking bugs in their simulator. How the hell are they ever going to solve it?
It's like the brake problems that we keep getting, isn't it? They've made a topic
but
about
you
it
know
with
what?
the brakes,
The
and
worst-
it's haven't been
worst part-
acknowledged.
The worst part of it, of all, is they're not fixing the basics. They keep
I know,
throwing
I
new
know.
shit to the simulator, and that new shit is just adding more shit to the simulator. You know, so they're not getting to the bottom of the actual causes of the major problems, the basic problems that's causing the sim to fail like it is. And I can tell you now the main cause. It's called Xbox. There's your problem. Xbox is the main cause.
Yeah, it's going to get worse when they do it for PlayStation.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch and PlayStation.
Yeah, they are doing it.
Oh,
They have
online,
been.
aren't
They have been talked about trying and get
Oh,
Sony
God.
to put
I
it on
can't even get Xbox
PlayStation.
to work.
I know,
Yeah.
right? And they're doing PlayStation. There was a topic about it some
So I
time
can
ago.
tell
It
you
was
now,
like,
eventually it's
contact
going to get to a point people are just going to lose interest. Already, if you look at Twitch, how many people are not watching live streaming anymore? Streamers, because most of the streamers are having issues.
Apart
So the
from
people just don't want to watch it anymore.
apart from a couple of names, because they get VIP treatment, you know.
Yeah, well, kickbacks, but
And apart from us old Ludouts that
No idea.
refuse to move on.
Yeah. And we look at Two-Tone Murphy. I mean, at the time, all the issues that he had to go through about a week or so ago, to the point that he's got a whole new CPU, didn't he? And it's still got
well, how many
issues.
how many CPUs has he got now?
Uh,
Every time he turns on, he's got a new something.
he's got he used to have an Intel, top of the range Intel, 14900K or something. And then since Windows 11's updated, no, it started when he updated his BIOS. As soon as he updated his BIOS, he had issues upon issues upon issues with Windows 11 in his BIOS. So he took his PC to his GG machines, that's where he's got it from. He looked into it, and they're saying that they are aware of the problem. They had multiple customers coming in. So what they did is give him a whole new motherboard and new CPU instead. So now he's gone with AMD. It's the same one as you, Ian. Now is it the 79?
I've got the 79. Yeah,
Yeah. So he went with the 79 3D.
yeah.
So that's what GG Machines decided to do. So he's like, well, we will solve it. We give you an AMD CPU chip, new motherboard. You keep the 4090. There you go. So that's what they've done. That's what they did.
Lucky him. He has that luxury. Not all of us do.
I don't think he paid for it. I mean, he's sponsored by GG Machines.
No, of course. Do you think
so-
he paid for it? Do you think Murphy would pay for something like that? You must be joking. He's Irish, don't you remember?
Yeah, I know he's Irish. Doesn't mean
Well, there we
everyone
go,
gets
there's
it
your
for
answer.
him. Jesus, he was. And then after that, he installed both the simulators. I remember he was streaming once, and both of his simulators crashed with his new CPU chip. So even X-Plane 12 crashed on him. I think once. I'm not sure. Yeah, there was an issue with the latest 24H2 build of Windows 11, which is causing a lot of problems. And so when Merv updated his BIOS, it affected it completely, because the new 24H2 build was affecting most of the 14th gen Intel CPUs more than the last generation. So it's causing a lot of issues. So it's either down to Windows, obviously, or 14th gen CPU with Intel. Microsoft Windows have admitted that there is issue with the new build of 24H2, and they stopped rolling it out for some people. Lucky for me, I'm still running 23, so I don't have that problem.
I'm running 24 and I don't have an issue with it.
Well, it depends on what you. Then again, your CPU is 9th gen, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, so
8 years
you're
old.
more likely might not have any problems. Usually, it occurs for newer CPUs more than older CPUs.
I've got a 97,
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
8000 or whatever.
Yeah, you're good. Sometimes, right, having an older CPU works out better.
Yeah, I just don't get the reason why people have to go as extreme. You know, it's
I know some.
weird. It's like people
it's-
with these cell phones. You know, every time there's a new cell phone, which is every second week.
It's nice to have the
you know,
top of the
everyone's
range
gonna
gear,
have
but it
the-
comes with issues
yeah.
sometimes. Like the drivers are not fully updated with it, or something like that.
Yeah, mine's on fire all the time.
But with P3D, yeah.
Well, no, it's just hot. It just runs hot. The Intel one's absolutely run ridiculously hot. Doesn't
You're
matter what cooling you've got.
You're running 13th, aren't you?
Mm.
Yes, they do run hot. 14 runs hot as well. It's well, Intel says it's perfectly normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're rated up to 100, aren't they? They
Yeah.
don't start throttling until over 100, so perfectly good to run hot.
Yeah, that's on the books. As for 11th
Yeah.
and 10th gen, it's a lot lower than that. A lot lower, jams. On idle, I'm like 30 Celsius on idle. My CPU. So what's 14th gen 15th gen gonna be like? Even hotter?
It's already out, isn't it? It's called Ultra.
Yeah, but how hot is gonna get that?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going for the one Ian's going for.
9800.
Well, the 3D
9800
version I'm going to get.
X3D, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still not decided whether.
It's out
I'm
in
gonna
March
go
though,
for
isn't it? That's out in March.
It's already out.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
it's been
thought that
out
was
for a
out in
while.
March, that one. The 90,
No?
9550, whatever it is.
I think the 99 thing's already out, isn't it?
I thought the 9800
Oh, is
X3D
it?
was the one. The one that's the good
Oh,
one
right.
at the moment.
Yeah.
They all
The
don't-
90,
50 is in March,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh yeah, they all don't come out at once. They never do.
9800X is the one you want. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Just need new motherboard and maybe. Well,
Yeah,
you got DDR5
probably.
memory.
Yeah, but I don't think it's. Mine's for Intel. I
Oh.
don't think it's.
Well, should work, but you just won't have the
I don't-
capabilities. That's all.
I'd upgrade it anyway because I've only got 32 gig. So I'll probably get up to like 96, whatever it is. I don't know what the. Or maybe 128. It's a bit overkill, but at least it's future proofing it.
Yeah, future proofing it.
Because those AMD boards are like they've guaranteed quite a few generations, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas mine's screwed. I can only get up to the 14th gen.
Lucky you, mine
Yeah.
only can go up to the 11th. My
Yeah.
board only supports 2 generations.
Does it?
Yep, which is 10th and 11th. I mean, but then again, pretty laggy because the older Intel boards only supports 1 generation, doesn't it? Used to be
Yeah.
1 generation, but now they moved it up to 2. As for AMD, is it 3, isn't it, for AMD, or 4?
Well, the current one is, is quite good. AM5, isn't it, the socket?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they've set up to 20. Is it 28? I can't remember.
Yeah, certainly the next round of
Yeah.
Ryzens are all compatible. Just need a BIOS update as you do normally.
Yeah, yeah. It's just the different socket names they call it ever so often. Yeah. Currently
Yeah, I
it's
mean, my
AMD5.
7950X is got 16 cores, 32 threads, whereas the 3D chips have only got 8 cores, 16 threads.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. They've got this V-cache, which is meant to
Yeah.
be better for gaming, but for only the games that will use it, like the modern AAA titles. P3D is not included in that, so they may not be, not be able to take advantage of it. I might be better off getting the straightforward non-3D version and
With
have
more cores.
a lot more cores,
Yeah, yeah.
and I can use my affinity mask to spread the load over everything, which is what I do now. So all 16 cores are used now for P3D.
My P3D runs the best out of all my 3.6, like performance-wise, but for frames,
Yeah.
Apart from when one's hot.
yeah. Apart from the CPU,
Yeah.
like a
Well,
melted
as long as
sun.
you've got good cooling, then that's all you need. I mean,
Well, I have, but I've looked into it. There's not a lot you can actually do like with cooling.
You can
run
buy an
already.
air conditioning unit.
Oh yeah, I can plug it
Stick
straight
it.
into it.
You
I'm
have
not too fussed. It's not.
You've seen Linux Tech Tip videos where you put a
Yeah.
huge, humongous air conditioning unit into it.
It's just the summer, isn't it? When the summer hits, I fucking roost.
Maybe you need to put your PC in the North Pole.
Yeah, possibly. Might help. Right, we're airborne. Right,
yay,
First time today in Microsoft.
Hey!
nice.
Thanks to
Oh
everyone.
god. Her name's appeared on Twitch and I like the way they put Real World A320 Captain in her title. Why they do that? I mean, end of the day, why wouldn't you people to be people? She's flying at the moment.
Oh,
in
Katie pilot.
Yeah, and she's put in her title, she's a Real World A320 Captain. Even though I
Who
know
cares?
that.
Who cares?
I know,
Who
right?
cares?
Yeah, I pre-ordered my MacDo like 2 months ago now, or a month ago,
Yeah.
And I'm still waiting for that time. I'm still waiting for the payment option. Now, I pre-order it as soon as the date came available, right? Which is at the very beginning, and I'm still waiting for it. And yet, there's so many people already got it, and I'm still
Yeah, I
waiting
know.
for it. I mean, what's that about? Every time I scroll through social media, I'm like, this person's got it, this person's got it, this person's got it. In the meantime, I'll go to the website, and it says, pre-order. Still waiting to go ahead with it. It's like they got all the orders in and they're importing people first and then leaving the others out to put in the corner to be forget about.
Have you tried sending them a mail?
I have, unfortunately. They had their Chinese New Year's Day and they were closed for a week. And I had no reply from them.
Tell them it's not good enough. I want a refund.
Where are you getting it from? China?
It's a company called Wind Wings, and they're based in China.
Wing
Oh,
wang.
okay.
I actually got 2 of their products actually. I mean, when I ordered the joystick, that had no problems. It came in 3 days actually. It was very quick. It was fast, but it wasn't pre-ordered. It was already in stock.
The only thing I want is that you've got it, haven't you? The ethos.
Yes, I got that. Yes.
Yeah, I want that.
Yeah,
Just for
it's,
ease of use, but
just the middle part, or there's 2 side bits.
I'll probably get the whole lot eventually.
Yeah, it's about 185 for the sides and 150 for the middle bit, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't really afford that. That's why I didn't get the wing wang, the middle bit, the MCU.
Yeah, the middle bit works out, but the box, at the end of the day, the EFIS, E-F-I-S,
Yep.
right, once it's set up, you don't really need to change it. The only thing you do need to use is the zoom in and out option, and that's it. It's the centerpiece you're more likely going to use a lot more. The heading, the altitude, that's what you're going to use more.
Especially online.
Yeah, especially online. I just like it when I'm flying Airbus and I'm looking at my window view like this, and ATC says to me, turn heading 3650, whatever. Instead of doing it from the cockpit, I just go, yep, no problems. Boom, we are turning now, without me looking at the cabin.
That's what you want.
It is easy, but it's not everyone's cup of tea.
No, I wouldn't run it. I mean, I could afford it tomorrow, but I don't like that sort of thing. I just prefer to use the VC.
Yeah, and with the mouse.
Yeah, I mean, I very rarely have these sort of views like you do. I mean, I don't even know what's in the back of this thing. I've got any views set up or anything for cameras or anything like that.
It'd be the same what I'm viewing now, to be honest.
I just stay in the cockpit.
What I see now, it'd be the same for you, Ian.
That's what I've got, yeah.
Apart from the textures will be lowered, obviously.
Yeah.
It won't be high definition textures, but that's what you see inside.
Yeah.
Nothing special, just chairs. And
Again.
that's it.
Yeah. No interest at all in that. So I'm in the VC with the mouse, so I'm quite happy.
Yeah, with the Boeing, I have to use a VC. 'Cause obviously, they haven't made one for Boeing. It's only for Airbus they made it for, and that's it. Right, we are cruising now with crosswind. Obviously, since I'm heading north, and Ian's heading north, we've got the same
Yep.
wind information, Ian.
What have I got? I have wind is 187, 31 knots.
That's different.
Very close.
Yeah, I know, right?
202, 37, more or less. A little bit further round, but the same speed. More or less the same.
I'm no longer.
Tailwind, left to right.
I'm in Mexico now, by the way. I'm just cut across the border.
Yeah. I'm just about to go into Nicaragua from Costa Rica.
Almost at the same time.
Yeah. What are we halfway? Got 42 minutes to go.
Yeah, you
327 miles.
got the same scenery for me, same scenery, same dev. For the, is it Mike Golf Tango? Yeah.
Yeah.
So how are you liking the 7.3?
Don't know. It's a plane. Give me a Connie or a Strata Cruiser any day.
Okay, we rephrase the question. Compare it to the A320. Do you like it better?
I do.
That's good.
I think
You
there's
think?
more to do on it. It seems more flyable. You know, I like the way that the throttles actually move, so you can see what they're doing.
Yes, yeah. There is a lot
you
more
know.
to do in Boeing compared to Bass's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say I prefer Boeing than the Airbuses.
If it ain't Boeing, I'm not going.
Yep.
My experience with Airbuses is not great. That has to be said.
I've had very bad experiences with the Phoenix. I can't stand the Phoenix.
So many of us have different things with different things. Jeez. The worst plane I ever flown is the default 737 MAX. Oh god, don't change that. That's worse. One aircraft I haven't flown yet. And you don't really get. There's not many airlines do fly them. I can't think of the name. It's you know what? It's an aircraft that looks like an A320 from the outside, but it's not, and it's actually made in Russia. You know, you're talking about that particular aircraft.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's one thing I haven't seen in a simulator. I've never flown. It's their own version of an aircraft type, isn't it?
The Chinese have done their own now, haven't they? Like Airbus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Chinese crap, isn't it? Does it fly?
Well, I'm back to mining. It's the mining.
Oh.
Give me drama.
It's back flying again, I see. Mr.
Eh?
T. Mr. T's flying. Where's he off to? He's in New Zealand. Excuse me, that's my foggy woggy.
There he is.
What's that?
I was just saying your hydraulics have gone off.
Uh-oh.
Power. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that that happened in a way. You're able to reproduce the fault and resolve it. It's
Yeah.
the ones that you don't know, like those CTD things. Because I could reproduce that error and I knew exactly what it is and I could fix it. So it was good.
There goes the boom bar.
You got a keen ear,
Yeah.
unless you're watching my stream, in which case you're going to see me do it.
I'm not watching those streams. I can hear it in the background.
Empire's got a cider.
No. NHS didn't know that.
There we are, everybody. That's what I'm drinking.
Merry Christmas.
What is it? Is it Lamborghini Vice Crackers?
No.
Oh, the boom bar.
Doom
Ale.
Bar
Doom. Oh yeah, not the boom.
Amber Ale from Sharp's Brewery, Rock, Cornwall. Named after the sandbar out in the estuary, the Camel Estuary. Very nice. Balanced and Moorish, 4.3%. Doom Bar is a perfectly balanced beer combining subtle yet complex flavours. Doom Bar is both satisfying and deliciously Moorish. I can vouch for that. Aroma, spicy, hop, sweet roasted malts. Taste, balanced, succulent dried fruit, lightly roasted malt. Finish, Moorish, subtle bitterness. Serve, tastes best chilled. Food pairing, great with battered seafood like calamari, grilled whitefish or pork. Also great with Sunday roasts. In other words, everything. At the mouth of the Camel Estuary in Rock, Cornwall, lies the treacherous Doom Bar sandbank, the inspiration for the balanced and Moorish amber ale. The sandbank is revered as a formidable nautical challenge that should be approached with respect and navigated with skill. There you go. Cheers all.
Yes.
To everybody.
I hope when I go and visit my sister, we can go to a restaurant called Doyle's there in Australia. They make the best beer batter fish and chips. Man, it's the nicest fish I've ever eaten.
Look at this, got some high level cloud up here today. Very high cloud, 36,000 feet. Oh, there's the top of drop coming into view. So this is an RNAV approach into runway 20.
Yep. That is correct. Same as me from yesterday.
Yeah. So, what is it? 8,000. 8,000 is the
Yeah, the elevation of the
Capture.
airport is quite
Yeah.
high.
yeah. And the Barrow is 5240. 5240. Put that in now. Minimums 5240.
Oh shit, I'm at my top of descent already. Bloody hell.
Yeah, it comes quickly when you get out to EM, huh?
Barrow 5240 set.
I don't think they even get a chance to make a cup of like a serving of tea or coffee there on that little plane.
So we don't need.
Remember when I flew from Heathrow to Paris, it was like that. I think you got a bottle of water and like a little snack you got given for free. There was no service, so it was a fucking.
Yeah, it's like our Durban flights from Johannesburg in 2 hours. No, not 2 hours, I think it's an hour flight. 2 hours in Cape Town. From Joburg to Cape Town, 2 hours. To Durban, I think it's an hour flight.
Yeah, which one am I landing on? 18 right. You'll be flying in here in a couple of weeks' time, you in? Get bought.
Yeah. FS Weekender.
Ian's going on a mad bender.
Yeah. We're going out with Durka. We're going out with Durka. And Ali. And some of the others.
Two-tone.
Can you do me a favour? Can you get London Controller's signature, please?
Of course I will. What about Chewy?
Yeah,
What about
Chewy as well.
York?
Yeah,
What
get
about
him all.
York? Yeah, York?
Yeah, York. I want to see Ian with a photo of York.
I want is Ian Fisher to go over there and sign himself in a book and then comes back and then gives me his signature in his book. About that, Ian.
Get your autograph.
Yeah, go over there to get your own autograph.
Yeah. Durka. Mohammed Jihad. Right.
False traffic jam is going to be there. And Joel.
Voted for your favourite airline things in that competition or whatever it was.
Be bothered.
Oh yeah, I did it already, mate.
Yeah. I was disgraced and shocked. There's no P3D.
No, I know. I explain all Microsoft.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely terrible.
When did the MD-11 come out? Was that this year?
Yeah.
Last year.
July, wasn't it?
Yeah.
July last year.
So that could have been in the vote.
Yeah, no FS Labs. 321. That's not in. They don't like FS Labs, do they?
The only aircraft, if it's in there, it would be the Comanche. That's the only one I'd vote for,
Yeah.
to be honest.
I voted. I think the iFly for Microsoft. Flight Factor 777 for X-Plane. Can't remember what else. And then I put
must say,
myself
even the
streamer.
Even the PMDG 777 didn't do it for me. Nothing startling.
It's crap. Like I literally like you fly. If you fly those PMDGs like Ian's doing in P3D compared to the ones in Microsoft, they're way better in P3D.
Airliners, Microsoft Flight Sim, PMDG 777, Phoenix 319-321, FSS-727, DDFI MD-11, iFly 737 MAX, Just Fly RJ Professional, or undecided. Aircraft in Microsoft, Black Square, Piston and Duke, FlySimware Learjet, Togo's Hangar UH-1H, Coxswain H-130, Blackbird T-6A, or undecided. Airliner X-Plane, Tollis 330, Rotate MD-11, X-Craft E-Jets, Flight Factor 777, undecided. Aircraft X-Plane, Just Flight PA-28, Citation Jet, X-Trident, X-Rotors, PC-6, GLF 650, undecided. So not an A2A in sight.
What's that?
Sceneries, MSFS, Aerosoft Oslo, Inibils Dubai, Flightbeam San Francisco, Parigi Edinburgh, Jetstream Geneva, NZA, Turagana, or undecided.
Parigi by far.
Yeah. So no, Sceneries X-Plane, Aerosoft Castle, Short Final Design, San Fran, Fly Tampa Sydney, Orbex True Earth, Nimbus, JFK, undecided. Best add-ons, DCS. I mean, what's all this about?
Oh, you're
Phantom,
doing the
Koala
Flight Sim
map.
Award stuff.
Yeah, Eagle
Okay.
Dynamics for Mirage.
Yeah, already done mine.
Tools, SimFX, Rex, Atmos, Say Intentions, Beyond ATC, FS to Crew,
I like the last bit.
undecided. Hardware, Winwang, Thrustmaster, Moser, Cockpit Master, Turtle Beach, undecided. And your freeware, 380, Level Up 737, Add-on Linker, Global Ship Traffic, Gatwick, undecided.
Link is about
And
the
then
only one.
give us the name of your favourite content creator.
Me.
Oh, who should I put? Jerky Jacko.
I put myself, so I've done 2
Jerky
streams.
Jacko. There you go. Done.
Yeah, can't you put like 5 in
if I win
there?
the award, I win the award, Ian. I want you to collect it on my behalf, all right?
There he
Jerky
is.
Jacko.
You're my embassy.
Content creator vote. Boom. There it is. Done.
You know what the name's going to be.
There's nothing
Yeah.
to stop you voting millions of times. I've
Yeah.
done this about 5 times.
Yeah, yeah.
Just keep going. You just keep going round. There's nothing to stop you.
That's a good
You
point.
know.
I'll do it now. Flight Sim Awards. Here we go.
Yeah.
What was it? Flight Sim Awards, was it? Flight.
Yeah. Flight Sim Awards.
You can do it over and over again. What?
Yeah. Just keep going round. Because you don't have to log in or anything. It doesn't know who you are. It's anonymous.
Here we go.
So you just carry on and you just do it again. But there's no A2A, and there's no FS Labs, and no P3D categories. So it's a joke. Absolute
Oh,
joke.
I can't do
Rebuild
it again.
Mountains. Hello.
I can't do it again. I'd done it 2 days
Why?
ago. It says here, you already voted, thank you.
Ah.
Yeah, if you go back and we do it again, it won't allow you. God damn it.
Oh, I've just done it. Just choose a different browser.
Oh, you don't even. Oh, yeah, that's why you don't. Different browser, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I do it from this browser on my laptop then. And I'm just going to type in unidentified, unknown. Can I just say unknown for everything?
I just put undecided, and then the last one was Jerky Jacko.
Oh, now laptop's frozen.
So, question is, where am I going to go after this? Do I follow Empire up to Mexico?
Go somewhere where you got scenery for. Do you have Mexico? MMMX? Means major
Wait, one
airport.
caller. Let me have a look. Nope. I do not. I ought to get that. I've still got all those Sierra Sim sceneries to load, to install. I've got about 8 sitting there, not installed yet, around for this region. But I ought to get Mexico City. I haven't got that. Rebuild Mountains, back in chat. You're at school till 2 o'clock. What flight is this? Besides the 737 this morning. All the details are in the banner above the screen, mate. Everything you need is there. Departure, destination, ETA, aircraft type. It's all there.
You must be close to your TOD then.
About 25 miles out.
Yeah, because your arrival time is 1/4 past.
Yeah.
Right, gents, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go and hit the horizontal. Hit the rack, I'm tired.
Alright.
I will catch you guys
See you tomorrow.
on the next one. Righty. Take care.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Easy,
Bye.
easy.
Empire, why is that green TD sort of flashing
That's
like that?
top of descent. TD.
Yeah, but
top
why
of
is it?
descent.
Why is it? Yeah, I know, but
Flickering.
that's not the
I
question.
don't
Why is
know.
it? Why is it flashing like that? Going up and down.
Maybe because it's between that waypoint, cat. Maybe. I mean, it's glitching with that waypoint, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
I don't know why it does that. No idea.
You
Sometimes I see it as well, and I don't know why. Not
Okay.
very often, though. Not very often. I don't.
Jerky Jack, why is it doing that, mate?
Birds are whistling.
Where's he gone? Is he gone? Jerky Jack.
I'm in, mate. What's up?
Why is the TD going on one? Why is it flashing like going forward, back, forward, back, forward, back?
That's PMDG.
Is that what it is? That's what it does.
You don't know.
No, I've had it before, but I can't remember what it was. It's nothing to worry about. It's
No, I'm not worried. I
Have you
just
reached the top of your climb? Have you reached your cruise level?
Oh yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. Because sometimes it can be when there's an altimeter mismatch.
No. Long time ago. We're on standard all round. And it's wobbling.
Wobbly, wobbly like a loggy.
Yeah. Wobbly.
Ain't that fun now?
Right then, let's reset this to our platform alt, which is 8,000, I believe it was, wasn't it? 8,000 feet. RTO.
U-Turns doing his stream soon, isn't he? Where's he gone?
Okay.
Okay, 148. Landing data 148. Flaps 30. Auto brake 2. Auto brake 2. Flaps 30. 148. Boom. 3148. Okay. Descending.
Badu.
Joe Murphy.
Jack, why does it say cruise on here when I'm descending?
I have no idea, mate. Go to your econ page.
Econ? What's
Yeah, on
that?
the FMC.
Right.
It's cruise, climb, descent. Go to the descent button.
Yeah, I'm at. This is the descent page.
It's all set up, alright.
Is your throttles all the way down or centre?
I haven't touched them, mate. They're still.
Because usually when you
Well,
descend,
physically,
yeah,
or
physically.
what? I mean,
uh,
in the sim,
in
they're
the sim.
down here.
Okay, that's weird. Because usually at that position it would say idle, not cruising
Yeah.
level. Because usually at that descent rate, the engines will be feathering on idle. Then again, by looking at your engine thrust, it's at 48%, isn't it?
45.
45, so it's not really an idle then. Yeah, I wouldn't call 45 idle speed, to be honest, isn't it?
I've got no idea, mate. You tell me.
So yeah, I think it's normal. So it looks normal.
Really? Normal? But why does it say cruise when I'm descending? That's not normal to me, but
See what,
you know.
Empires does.
Yeah, I never seen cruise because I always see idle when going down. But I don't call that on idle because it's almost like half of your engine being used. Oh, what? No way. Talking of your descent rate, do you see a little tiny triangle next to your altitude? And it's actually descending. Okay, so one thing to do notice, and Jack can agree, where your altitude is, next to that you should see a little tiny pink circle. It's usually indicated if you're too high or too low or perfect in level with the altitude. Now I don't see that.
I see it here on the ND. There's the triangle there.
Yeah.
I'm 44 feet too high.
Okay. But I don't see it on the main screen itself.
No, it's not on the PFD, no.
Yeah, usually we do see it on the PFD as well.
Okay.
Crash the desktop on final.
But you're not able to tell me why then. Alright. Fair enough.
I don't know why it's not showing. I mean, you haven't got your...
Oh, this piece of shit.
It crashed for you, Jack.
Yeah, it's like the third or fourth driver crash today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flush my drivers now.
AMD as well, aren't you? Well, I've got 26 minutes left. Flip. a look at my rival. I need to finish doing this first. I've done that. Right, so my arrival is depending on the weather. Okay, it's 5 right.
I'm just gonna have to bust my driver, guys.
Gonna crash your drivers.
Well, I should. 2 sets.
What do you think? Take 2 weeks. Five. Open that up. See your 5 lights. I have a douche via the page. Ooh. That's weird. I don't have that way. But oh, it's ENA. There we go. 3 golf and transition is UK 10. UK 10. Right. Click it. Execute that. Check the next page. Let's continually. I do. 65 miles full top of descent. Fingers fold. How's it looking for you, Ian?
Well, yeah, I mean, the diamond's where it should be. So
Really
I'm on the
good.
profile.
That's good.
I don't like the look of all these mountains around here. And we're descending into them.
Yeah, there is a lot. Yeah. Hence why it's an RNAV approach. Do. Another thing to mention also about this cruising thing, there isn't a descent thing anyway. You only got 3. You got cruise, CRB for climb, and idle. That's it. So it makes sense when you're descending to still say cruise anyway.
Okay, I don't
Because
know.
there's no what do you call it? There's no descent thrust mode. There isn't one
Yeah.
in Boeing. So while you're descending, the thrust is at idle most of the time anyway. Until you level off, it goes back to cruising. But obviously your engines are still revving at 50 odd percent. It's not really an idle speed on the engine thrust. That's why it still says cruise. I think I don't really pay attention, but usually say in cruise until you hit in a region of, in most situations, let's say 2,000 feet, AGL, and then it will change to GA mode after that. Dude, and that assessment is done. Was the weather looking?
Yeah, it's alright. Cloudy. Plus 18. So no need for anti-ice. We're all good. I'm just wondering if we're a bit too high though, that's all. GT62.
Well, based on
14,000 feet.
Based on your speed, the plane is trying to get down faster, but the speed is too high for it to continue to descend any further. So at this rate, you are a little bit high.
But the path, as you see, is perfect.
Yeah, it is true.
There you go. Absolutely spot on. I am exactly where I need. Well, I'm 27 feet low actually. I'm too low by 27 feet.
Is that your final long turn before the runway?
No, this is like downwind.
Oh, okay. Your go-around procedure's quite long.
Yeah.
Like a wiggly snake.
I know.
Obviously, it has to be like that because the mountain. The
Yeah.
mountains. I haven't seen Dan tonight. I hope he's alright. It's unusual I haven't seen Dan tonight.
So there's nothing to do on an RNAV, isn't it? There's no approach or lock or anything like that.
Just take over when
Just
you feel like it, when you want. Just,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
No, it's not a localized approach, so you're not going to get VOR or LOC at all.
No, none of that. It's
No.
just satellite. It's just
Yeah.
RNAV. When does it slow down? GT644 should be at 210. Oh, there's the decel point there. I can see it in green. It says decel.
Check.
Okay, 10,000 feet. Lights on. 10,000 speed, 250 or below. It's at 240, that's good. Landing lights on, passenger signs are on. Right. Approach checklist, altimeter checked, done. Localizer frequency and localizer cost don't need. App arm don't need. Glide slope alive we won't get. Gear down, flaps 15. Okay.
Hit down your flaps reference in the MACD.
Yeah. Yep. 148.
Yeah.
146. Sorry, 146. Right, we're approaching the flaps up point, so beyond that, we need a bit of flappage in, I think. I don't know what speed you go for it for flaps 1.
About 200, between 200 and 220.
Okay.
As soon as you apply, the speed will drop down a bit again anyway.
Oh, right. Okay.
And you know you
Well, I'm
can
at
see,
220.
and you will
220
see.
now.
Yeah, you
So
can.
let's pop one in.
And once you apply and extend, you will see a number 1 on your speed indicator speed thing. The speed will drop.
Why is it flashing AT something?
It's telling you in
80.
the MACD. So your MACD saying, why would I keep saying MACD? I mean FMC. Ugh. What's your FMC saying?
Drag required.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, you've got your speed brake armed as well. It will keep flashing until you click it to stop flashing.
Okay.
God, I can't even see the runway. Visibility's poor. Well, you've got a challenge. Yeah, a bit higher. You're at 8,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hasn't moved.
Yeah, because you haven't changed your altitude. It's still at 8 on the autopilot.
Oh, yeah.
And then click the button next to it.
Or altitude intervene, you mean?
Yep, that's the one. At this rate, it's on finals, so in this case, it needs to be kind of half visual, if that makes sense. So now you're on the approach-ish. You can't see it. Get away. Ooh.
Again, this is hopeless.
Doesn't help because of visual. It's
Well, I should be able to do it on the instruments.
you're about 6 miles out still.
Right. Too high. See, it didn't follow the path at all down. I'm way too high.
He was at 8,000 for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, you saved that quick. Holy moly.
Okay. Reverse is in.
Too bad considering.
It was useless. Absolute pants. I've still not got.
How was your first landing went? Compared to this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously you had 8,000 set, so the plane went down to 8, and then since you didn't drop
Yeah.
it down to 5, it just stayed at 8.
Yeah.
So if you had it down
Absolutely.
to 5, it will continue down to 5. So obviously at that
Yeah.
point, you went past 2 waypoints where you need to be at 7 something,
Yeah.
and then obviously it didn't just drop down.
Which way do we go off here?
It's right.
Right. Yeah. But it says 8,000 on the top of the you know, on the chart. That's where you start the descent. So I got to that point.
Yep.
But then.
And then
it
the
just kept
others,
there.
and then obviously you're following the star. And each
Yeah.
star is at different altitude restraints. So
Yeah.
usually in most cases, which Dan does, is he looks at the arrival charts and see when you come in at. So if you're on an ILS approach, you need to be at 3,000 feet. So you put 3,000 feet in the autopilot panel, and then when you're descending, the aircraft will go down and hold at the restraints. So you go down to 10, then 11, and so forth.
Yeah, but 8,000 was the start of the feather.
Yes, yes.
That was the start.
Yes,
So
it's a start,
that's
but
what I
then
said.
after that, it goes down further down.
Yeah. Now, in an ILS, of course, that would automatically, you'd have grabbed the glide slope by then and it would have gone down. So
Yeah.
on an RNAV, you should set lower than 8,000.
Yes.
You should set the runway height, or
Yes.
the minimum.
Minimum. Yes, the minimum.
Right.
Yes.
You see, where's Jack when I need him? When he doesn't tell me this sort of stuff. You know, he just says leave it, you know, set 8,000. Everyone agreed, and that I never did anything else with it. So it was wrong. He should have said, right, no, you don't set 8,000, you set minimum.
If you're
So
doing
it goes past
an
8,000.
if you're doing an RNAV approach, right, you can set
Minimum.
a minimum. But
Yeah.
sometimes when I'm flying an RNAV approach, I just put in 10,000 feet just for now. So when I'm descending, when I get to 15 or 20, I look at my system and I'll go, okay, so right, after this waypoint, I need to go down to 7. I need to go down to 5. There's the start of the altitude I'd be at, but then the runway's at this level. Right, let's put it down from 10 down to 2,000, and then I leave it as that. And obviously,
Yeah.
when you get close to 2,000 feet, that you take
Exactly,
over.
but nobody
Take
told me
over.
that. Nobody said that.
No, I
You
wasn't-
didn't mention it. Jack didn't mention it.
I wasn't here at the
I just-
beginning.
I just set 8,000 feet, and that was it.
Yeah, I wasn't here at the beginning
Yeah,
when you took off.
8,000 feet, and I didn't do anything else. Oh well, it's good for practice, isn't it?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
learn
yeah,
something.
yeah.
That's the main thing, to learn something each time. As long as I'm aware of what goes on and why it did it, and why I didn't, get further down. And now I know that now. So it's a matter of just remembering it, isn't it? I don't fly them enough, that's the problem.
Absolutely. Especially it's different to
When you-
Airbuses again.
Yeah, when you're used to ILS, and it captures in the glide slope and takes you down,
Hmm.
then that's when you do set the top. If it was an ILS, that would be perfect. Set 8,000, and then it took it from there. But with an RNAV, it doesn't.
It sure
So that's
does.
cool. That's cool. So I'll persevere.
Yeah, the next flight into Mexico City is an ILS approach.
Yeah.
So so when I get to IGMA, which is the start of a star, it's at 30,000 feet, and then MX755 is 18,000,
Yeah.
and then when I get to Yinkting,
Yinkting.
Yinkting, yeah, max speed is 210 at 12,500. So that's when I be out to capture the localizer for the one-way. The start, the lowest point. So in this case, I just put 12,500 in the system, and that's it. I just let it do its thing. All I have to do is make sure that it's keeping at the right height, not too low, not too high, and keep my eye on my speedy weedy. This is an ILS approach I'm doing, so. RNAV's fun, isn't it, though? Seriously, because you've got to do more things. You've got to fly the plane in some occasions when you're on final. Like,
There we go.
take over.
Mhm.
Jack's gone for a long time, to be honest. Where's Jack? Oh, I need to put my forecasting.
So my GSX man is behind this building.
Oh boy. What's he doing behind there?
Yeah, he's behind the building. Like Gary with his paddles.
Needs a GSX profile.
Yeah. Da, da.
Is it again? Barrow, not Barrow, but QNH. 30, 37. To keep that.
So, still not had a proper flight.
Oh, you'll get there.
Oh yeah.
This is a simulator. A bit like that with the RJ, to be honest. I'm not that 100%. I can't get things perfect in that aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
And again, what frustrates me, I suppose, is when you're flying an aircraft and it's that broken and things don't work properly, well then,
Yeah, when you've got tech issues as well with the sim, that must be horrendous.
So that's what I mean, right? I'm descending now, and I can see a triangle purple line. That's what I see. That's an indicated line that I can see. Right, I'm literally leveled where I need to be. Oh, obviously, I didn't see that on your end. I got that on my white PFD screen, but my main PFD screen. It's indicated. I don't know why yours didn't appear. Unless it's just how it is. I'm not sure. Wind. Oh, 5. I haven't put my I do that now. Let's see what 5. Frequency is
Okay.
109. 109. 1. 6. Do. 260 segment. Very much. Take it easy. There is an option, obviously, in your cruising page, percent page. You still control your speed. Just put in what speed you want.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I sometimes do that as well.
Yeah, that's for cruising, isn't it? Yeah.
Cruising or descending, and climbing
Oh, okay.
as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on the descent page, and I choose to do 260. I can go lower than that or higher.
Mhm.
Just put it in.
Yeah. So you can do it there, or you could have opened the speed, intervene, and selected 260 there.
Yeah,
You
I
do it
can
either.
that, yeah, either way, yeah. But by doing it in the MacDo FMC, it just basically the system does it,
Yeah.
and it works out the altitude and this whatnot as well.
Mm.
And what I was saying is, there's my purple triangle dot indicator there.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
shows
but that's
it there.
Yeah.
So when I'm descending, I can see where I'm at, obviously, because yours is
yeah.
not indicated apart from
Nope. Didn't have that.
exactly. So
We had it there.
you
but
had
not
it
on
there,
the,
but
on
not
that.
here. Exactly.
Would that be a setting on the panel somewhere in the options?
I looked around, but he basically set it out the same way I did, so I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Because I have done RNAV approaches before, and I still had that appeared.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. But
This one's an ILS, isn't it? So
yes, it is. Yes,
so that's a different thing then.
it's S-shaped ILS. It's all the mountains.
Yeah.
And my go
Maybe it's
around
'cause you-
sharp right.
Yeah. Maybe that's in there because you got ILS.
Possibility,
I don't
yeah,
know.
but I had it before with an RNAV approach.
I don't know. I know. Okay.
It kind of disappeared after you enter the when you start entering into into your star, and then it kind of disappears, and that's when you
Mm-hmm.
you kind of like take over. Then at that point, and you do it yourself. That's when I see it disappears. If it was a localizer approach, it will still appear.
Yeah.
Even on final, it will still appear.
Yeah. Okay. Well, obviously, there's a setting that isn't on the display then that
Yeah.
I haven't got.
Unless it's in the settings of in the FMC in PMDG. I'm Sure.
Yeah.
Good evening, boys.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dan.
Hello, mate.
You alright?
Yeah, we're good.
Good.
Yeah, and he's
Hi.
flying the 737.
I've just landed and just watching Empire come in as well.
Slowly. Carrying a lot of fuel than I expected. I still got centre fuel tanks. So I'm going to be heavy on final.
Mm-hmm.
I think I carried too much fuel. Oh well.
Oh, unlucky lad.
What's that?
Watching Liverpool on the TV, on the PC. I've got Manchester City on the telly. I've got you open. I've got Two Tone open. I've got 50 open. I've got Mr. T open. I've got Ian open. And I'm just flicking through every single channel.
Multitask, eh? I've just got Empire.
As I used to say to my ex-mates, used to say, "Use men can't multitask." I say, "I know I can't multitask because every single time I do it, I fuck it all up."
Yeah.
Man, I'm flying here. I can't multitask and talk at the same time.
I'm not supposed to multitask, mate.
I know, right? Yeah, there's a lot of people streaming now. Allison, Durka. Kenko's doing a completely different game.
Oh my god.
Is it 19 or 20,000 for this part of the world? When you change standard pressure over. I do it now, to be honest. Do it now. 37.
Well, City are getting beat 2-0. It's 5-2 on aggregate. Liverpool are getting beat 2-1.
How's Everton going?
Everton don't play till Saturday, mate. We've got Manchester United at 12:30. What do you think? I'm not saying nothing because I don't want to jinx it. Just noticed though, they're playing with the new ball, aren't they, in the Prem?
Playing with the new board?
The new ball?
Oh, ball.
Oh, it's nice. They've made a new ball for the rest of the season. It's a belter, that. D90.
$20,000.
The high elevation airport.
This one is, yeah. The elevation is 7,297. It's a lot. Well, this part of the world is high and genuine anyway. It's like the airport you landed into, me, and it's quite decent
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
Let's use brakes 1. Check.
Is that what your performance thing said to use?
Anyway, it's fairly long, so yeah. Yeah, because I used my reverse thrust as well, so didn't have to. I just don't like to overheat my brakes, to be honest.
Okay.
Right, so
It's a goddamn game,
No, it's not, Dan. It's a simulator. It's not a game, mate.
Oh,
in the Phoenix, and join ever slabs that is like that, especially if you've got the settings switched on, if you get brakes overheated, and actually happened in this aircraft, I couldn't move my plane. My brakes I remember when I gone into an airport, an IVAO event, I landed, I used all my brakes, it got hot, and I couldn't move my plane. I was stuck there in the middle of the runway. I got full power and my brakes, I wouldn't move. And then someone said over the frequency, your brakes are hot. I'm like, oh. So I had to go into the FMC, go into settings and click replace brakes. Once I replace the brakes, I can move.
yeah, but you didn't have to do that. You could just press escape, end flight, done. You were done.
I was on ATC, about to switch over to ground and taxi to a gate. With
Yeah,
ATC and
bollocks.
ground on. I couldn't just leave them on idle.
Of course you could. Just
There
said,
it is.
hot brakes, I'm ending flight, I'm down.
No, I'm not. I don't do that. No.
Yeah, but
I mean, Ian wouldn't do that either.
I would.
But that's you.
'Cause I can't take it serious, boys. It's just, to me, it's just a game. I enjoy it, but I can't take it serious. Can't.
Welcome to Mexico. Mexico, you want some Mexican food? Mexican food.
Oh, you should have seen all the police today, Empire, go past me.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
my god.
What's happening?
Police, ambulances, or armed response police, you name it, mate. It looked like there was hundreds of them. Absolutely hundreds.
Oh boy. Something
Right.
bad happening.
Something bad happened, yeah. And then I've come home from work and I've looked on the local newspaper and it says armed police and helicopters swarm on road after hoax call.
Oh
It was a
my
blag.
God.
Someone blagged them.
All of those resources for a piece of nutmeg.
The blag. He got blagged, mate. There was nothing going on.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Around 3 p.m. it was reported that a serious domestic incident had occurred inside the house. Officers attended the scene, but no one was present inside the property and the incident was stood down. Was it a hoax?
Well, hope someone gets. Hopefully that hoax gets. Well, they won't even find out who it was unless they can track
You'd be
the
surprised. You'd be surprised, mate. You know. They have resources, mate. That they can find out all sorts, mate. I've been watching this program on Monday, and it was a 2-part series. It was on Monday, and it was on yesterday, and it was called Murder Suspect Number 1. It was on Channel 5. And mate, they can find out some stuff, you know, mate. They're not stupid, you know, mate.
Got the resources.
They're not stupid, I swear. It's like
So you've set 230. Sorry, Dan. You set 230. Have you?
Speed?
Or was
No,
that the
no,
FMC
no.
doing
That's the
that?
FMC doing it. It's following the restraints
Okay.
via the system, by the waypoint. So
I thought I said two. I thought I saw 210 on the thing here. 210
no, it's
or
230.
below.
230.
Where's that?
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
haven't.
230.
Yeah, 210's here. Yeah, because we haven't got to that yet.
Ah, right.
So when we
210 or
get-
below.
And when we get to, there we go, now we go down to 210. Ilamos 210 or below. There we go. That's our next one. Yeah, but the plane's it's on managed, so it's doing
Yeah,
it.
so it's still at 230.
Flip. Now I've got this
So you've got
notification come up now.
You've got 16 miles to the next one to slow down to 210.
Well, when
does it slow down? When you get to that point or before?
when I hit that point, or if I apply my flaps now, it will go down.
Right.
But I haven't applied my flaps yet, so I mean I can apply it now and it will go down. I'm still like 27 miles out yet to the airport, because I've added some wings around the airport, so I'm coming up to the 25-mile mark. Oh, there we go. Now it's 210. I'm up to 210, so I hit that marker. So we hit that marker at 2052 Zulu, and I need to be at 14,000 feet. If you can read it, is that blur related? Oh. I'm getting the same as you now. Visibility. Oh yeah. Right, so my ILS frequencies are swapped over on the right frequency. Checked. Cruise heading. Course heading 255, 255. Seat belts are on. Engine set to continue. Might as well apply the landing lights now. Check.
Repeal 2-2.
2-2. What is it? STA. There you go. Check what do you want that to approach page. Right, so by looking at the charts, after hit 14 it's 12.5 and then it's 11 and then 9.7. When I get to Mike X-Ray CO91, I'll be making a sharp left turn at 9,700 feet. That's when I arm the approach and it should capture me, hopefully. I need to apply these speed brakes because I'm slightly overspeeding. Going way too fast by 10 knots. I just realised, am I going to land with tailwind behind me? No. Let's get that. There we go. So now we hit that waypoint, Ian. It's gone to 210 automatically.
Yeah.
You can see. Obviously you can see I'm speeding, but as soon as we hit that waypoint, it's going down to 210. If I apply my flap to
It's
1.
interesting. It waits till you get to the waypoint. I thought
Yeah,
you'd have had
yeah.
to be at that speed at the waypoint, in which case you'd have had to slow down much before.
Once you get to waypoint, then it does what it does. So as soon
Right,
as you
so-
add flaps 1 and 2, it's gone down now to 190.
Yeah.
And now I can see my... Hasn't come up yet. So slowing down now to 195 because we added flap. The heading back. Oh. Right, I'm gonna add flaps 5 now. And I forgot to put this in here. I'm gonna use flaps 30. So 148 for the landing speed is checked. 11,000 and then the final is 9.7, so we should capture it at 9.7. Right, put the VOO lock on now. The speed brake. Go to flaps 5 now, not flaps 2. Flaps 5 will slow down. By slowing down, it gives you more time to get things prepared as well. Gives you extra more seconds, doesn't it? It counts. And we're making another turn, so heading. Check outside. Lights look too bright. So that circle there, the 8-mile marker. Have you put?
Should have the ILS by now.
No, we got to make the final turn to the left here.
Yeah, I know, but with 8 miles to go, you should have.
8
You
miles.
should be picking it up. You should have the diamonds by now. Even if it's not captured,
Yeah.
obviously.
Don't even see the diamond yet.
No,
Nope.
they're not there yet.
No. It's had another flaps anyway. Next one will be landing gear.
I mean,
Right, so we're going to make the turn now. Yep, there it is, the diamond's there. We just went, the diamond's above it now. The diamond is there. It's a white diamond. See that, Ian?
oh yeah,
So now we're below it, which is skewed.
yeah.
Making the turn, and at this case, we might as well arm
There
the
you go.
approach switch.
Yeah, you've got the VOR, so you can
Yep.
arm the approach.
The approach is armed. What do you need to do now? You put this on our heading. Set. And then once it's captured, the speed will come up. Speed will come up. We're going to be a little bit slightly cramped. There we go. We captured. We have captured. And now I can do is just the speed down to the reference speed. And then once we get to the 5 marker ring, we put our landing gears down. Once we get there. The ring is actually helpful to find out how far you from the airport, knowing where to put your landing gears down as well. Add some speed brakes. That landing gear's coming down.
Why is your LNAV armed? Is that for the go around?
No.
You need it.
No, not armed.
It is. It's in white. LNAV white. It's in art. It's armed.
Oh, yeah,
On
yeah.
your PFD.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
LNAV is armed.
Yeah, for go around.
Yeah, that's what I said, and you said no.
Speed.
So you were wrong. It is for that.
30, 30. That's 30. Speed 148. On that. Runways in sight. There you go.
1,000.
Oh, we're coming in quite hard. Let me go down. Well, that's the average speed it wants me to do, 148, so that's fine. This feels fast. Do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, I had 146. So
I don't know where do I vocate. Oh boy, it's too. I can go either side.
Yeah. All right.
Auto throttle off.
Yep, because
So
I'm doing
where's
it
your
myself.
where's your physical throttles now?
In my hands, I'm holding it, literally.
Yeah, no position. Idle or
It's,
halfway or
it's,
what?
It's halfway. It's halfway.
Why
GA
did you
mode.
just? How did you
Halfway.
decide it?
And
it
now,
there.
give me a second.
50, 40, 30, 20,
It's
10.
Touchdown. Right. First thrust. Since I've got an Airbus Thrustmaster package, it's literally halfway for me. But visually in the cockpit, doesn't mean it is halfway. If that makes sense. Depends on how we got our stuff set up, isn't it?
Yeah. But you can see it. Doesn't it set you a display where you can set them to, so that when you drop the AT off, everything lines up?
Yeah. Don't know, to be honest.
Like throttle indicator or something.
You have to go off them numbers there, don't you? At the top of that middle screen. That's basically where your throttles are. So that's idle now, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm on idle. Yeah.
Yeah. So them two half circles on the middle screen. If you power up your throttles to full power.
Give me a second.
While your brakes are on.
Not on. There you go. Right, full in power now. Full power is at 100%.
Yeah. Now look at that screen.
Yep, it's going up to 100%. Give it a second. There you go.
So you know your throttles are at max now.
Yeah, that's great.
Then if you put them halfway, halfway.
Which is here, which you always have it at, is about 50%.
That's the only way you can basically.
There you go, 43.
See where your
45.
throttle positions are. You know what I mean?
That's halfway, and then when I go idle, it's wait for it to go down. And an idle position on idle is about 15. Between 15 and 20. It would take.
That's the only way that we can see where our throttle positions in, by that screen.
Yeah, I get that.
It depends on our setup, because Ian doesn't have a Thrustmaster. He's got a different hardware. So, because your stick, Ian, don't have reversed option, doesn't it?
No, in the FS Labs, when you do that, there's the outer ring. There's an arrow that you bring your throttles down to, so that when you take the AT off, it's the same power as what the system is set at.
Yeah.
You know that you don't suddenly go down to zero or put full power.
Oh, I know what you mean. So, you mean
there's a guide to where to set the throttles until you disengage.
Yeah. So when I take off, my throttle's about halfway. So about there. That's what I see it at, and that's what you see in a virtual cockpit.
Yeah.
When
there
I get
you go.
When I get to 30%, right? When I get to 30%, then I arm the little tiny screwdriver.
Yeah.
When it's armed and AT's armed, that's where my throttle stays at. I don't move it.
Yeah.
When I turn it off, my throttle it's in the same position where I left it at.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what Ian's saying though, man, I get what he's saying though, is that when you disarm, or when I've noticed it myself, because I do the same as you, I'll get on the runway and I'll put my throttles to halfway. I'll wait for the engines to spool up to 50%, make sure that they're stable, and then bang, I hit tow.
Yep, that's what I do.
And then obviously the onboard computer of the plane will push them two throttle levers all the way to the top.
Yep.
Yep,
and then you should follow them with your hardware.
I don't do that. I don't follow it.
Oh.
Yeah, man, I don't follow it either, Ian.
I don't
but
follow
I know
it.
what you mean though, because when you're coming into land.
Yeah, where do I set
throttle.
my physical throttles so that when I disengage, it doesn't move? You know, it doesn't surge or drop the speed.
Yeah, because when I'm coming into land and I've got my throttles auto throttle armed, even though my throttle position is halfway, my throttles inside the plane mightn't be at halfway.
Correct.
So when I disarm auto thrust, my plane lead the power forward.
Yep, exactly. Or
And which you
or retard.
Yeah, so you've got to have your hand on it to be ready
Yeah.
to be
My hands,
disarm
yeah,
or
my
throttle,
hands.
Yeah.
pull it back.
Yes,
Right.
but in the
Same
FS
thing.
Labs, there's a marker that you can actually set your physical throttles,
that-
so it matches the power that's already in the aircraft.
yeah.
So when
You know
you
what,
disengage, boom, nothing happens because you're at the same power.
That'd be handy, like, you know, and to have that
Yeah.
in this for us.
That's exactly. There's
Yeah,
no
so-
guessing where it's going to be. You know exactly where it is because you just lined it up. Like
No,
it's
but-
like that green arrow. You know, like you've got that green arrow there on the top, around the spool. So that green arrow, you know, that's at 100%.
Yeah.
That would move down
Okay.
to where the computer has the power setting.
Yeah.
And that's where, all you do is match your physical throttles to that point, so that when you disengage the AT, you're at the correct power. That's it. There's no surging or retarding. You're at the same power.
To be honest, right, even though when I put my throttles in the same position, which is halfway, get up to about 30% on the power thrust, then activate the toga switch, power button toga, I don't move it. As soon as I disengage the AT, my percentage of the engine at the time of the autopilot doing it stays the same anyway. It's until when I move my throttles, whatever position it is, that's when it changes. So let's say my throttles to idle,
Yeah,
right?
but you're guessing. You're guessing
it is
where that
pretty much
position
guessing, yes. But
Your
usually,
guesswork.
but usually I find that in halfway position, I never really had much problems.
is. Yeah, well, that's fine. That's
You
fine.
will-
I mean,
you-
you've got that experience, but if you want to know exactly,
But
then,
if I had
you
it
know,
on
then-
idle, right, and my AT disarmed itself, the power will stay, but when I move my throttle from idle and nitch it up about half a centimetre, then the speed will go plump it down straight away.
Yeah.
Oh flip, just turn.
Why isn't your windscreen wipers working? Why is it still raining?
That's Microsoft for you.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh dear.
It works in some planes, but this one doesn't.
Doesn't work on
No.
any plane.
I know, right?
Really?
Doesn't work on any plane, no.
Oh dear. Well, that's welcome to the Sobo.
Oh dear. Sad.
I don't know
It's
where
not
I'm
important,
going.
but I just noticed it.
I
You
know,
know, obviously
I
it clears
know.
mine.
If he was using the Boeing thrusters hardware, it'd probably be a lot more easier, honestly. But flying an Airbus throttle in Boeing is interesting, isn't it?
I don't know.
Let's just turn off the windscreen. Might be for flip's sake. Jesus Christ. Talking away, I haven't put my taxi lights on. How dare I not do that?
Right, well, I'm not going to do another flight tonight.
I should
To leave that until tomorrow, and I'll go continue on from here tomorrow. So everyone's off, yeah, and we're shut down, cold and dark. So that's good.
Right, that's that.
Are you finishing now, or are you carrying?
This-
You are
yes,
finishing.
it's gone 9 o'clock, hasn't it? So that'll be it
Yeah.
for me. Once I parked up, I'm heading off.
Okay, right. I'm going to raid out then.
Which is that?
I think I will raid Ali.
And boys, that's going to be it for me as well. I'm going to run now. Only popped on for a minute to see how you were.
Okay.
But yeah,
Right.
I'm going to dart.
We will talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I finish a bit earlier tomorrow, so I might be able to get on and do a bit of a flying. So, but at the minute, mate, I just got no chance. Finishing at 7 o'clock at night, mate.
Yeah, you need a bit of you time, don't you?
By the time I set
Family time.
put the PC on, I've had a shower, I've had something to
Yeah.
eat, put the PC on, I set the flight up. You're looking at 8 o'clock, mate, and
Yeah.
you don't really want to be having to rush to do a 45-minute flight. You know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah.
it's impossible now,
It
mate.
is. It's ridiculous.
So, yeah, boys, I'm gonna run, and I'll catch you tomorrow, definitely.
Yep,
Even if
will
I should
do.
only do it. Even if you're flying and I just do my own little one, just to have a nasty tease.
Yeah.
I'll pop
Pretty
by
cool.
tomorrow, boys. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, boys. And I'll
Yeah,
speak
see you
to
then.
Good night, mate. Night, Tim. Laters.
Roger that. Latest, Dan. Here we go. Have you noticed as I was coming in, it went from cruising level to GA mode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's ready set for the go around, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah. So that gives you the power that you need when you need it.
That's why up here I put this engine start position into continue mode. Continue.
Yeah.
I got it off now because obviously I'm on the ground. So by having it on continue mode, if I need to do a go around, I get all the thrusters I need out of the engines.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get that in Airbuses. You put your circles around the airport as well.
No, I don't bother with that.
Yeah, it's preference, isn't it? I suppose when it comes to that.
Yeah. I find that whole thing's a bit too cluttered because I can see how far away it is.
Yeah.
Because it shows you, on the top right, shows you the next waypoint and the distance to it.
It comes in handy when occasionally when you do a go round, right? If you've got no go round set in your FMC, as soon as you go round, you've got no more waypoints left. You've got nothing. And the only thing you've got is a very tiny little marker to tell you where the airport is. That tiny, and if you go further away, you're like, oh dear, all I see is basically that.
Yeah, but SimBrief always gives you a go around plan anyway.
It does,
so there's always one. There's always one in the FMC.
Yeah, absolutely. It depends. If you let me turn these lights off. If you program the FMC yourself without importing it, obviously it's not going to have a go round.
That's right. Yeah,
unless
you do it yourself.
Yeah.
Which you should do as a pilot. You should have a go around.
I had that problem.
Or a minimum have the of the airport, and then you can just tune that in and fly to it.
I had that
do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, because I had that problem once actually. I had to do a go around. I had no go around set. I went away from the airport. No more waypoints left. I don't know where the airport was. But the only thing that helped me is those circles, 8, 5, 8, and 25. That helped me to guide me back in. And obviously I had my charts open. I just followed. I just done visual after that.
Yeah.
Right. It's set. Now we need to have the servers connected. You remember to put the APU on before you turn the engines off?
No, I didn't. No. If it wasn't for Fabian in the chat, I'd have forgot completely. Because the reason is because in this Boeing checklist, number 6 of the items when you first get in at cold and dark is APU. Now that's way too early.
Okay.
That's before all your FMC's been set and everything. So, I've still got an hour on the ground. So I decided not to put it on then and just use ground power. And of course, that's the only reference to it. There's no other reference to the APU. So you get down to before start checklist, auto throttle, pumps, hydraulics, parking brake, ground equipment, remove, and you think, I can't remove. Fabian says, don't remove, you've got no APU on. So there's no other reference to it. So unless you start it when it says, like an hour before. So I've written now into my flight plan, into my new checklist here, before start checklist, start the APU.
So is that the only checklist you got? It's proper, or you can find another one that might be different again?
Oh, I'm sure you can find another one. There's loads of them.
Because when I learnt the 737, the checklist that you just said was completely different to what I did. To mine, I mean, a cold start aircraft, right? I will put my battery switch on first, then my emergency exit light comes on with the flap. Ground power. Once the ground power's on,
That's different than the Boeing one. The Boeing one says parking brake, battery,
Yep.
standby power, left center fuel pump, left aft fuel pump, APU.
I don't do any of that. No,
APU
mine's
gen,
different order.
position light, logo light, cabin lights, emergency exit lights,
Yeah,
passenger signs, PAX, IRS, then FMC program.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, mine's the way I do it. It's a lot different.
Yeah.
A lot different. I usually go battery, emergency exit lights, ground power, seat belts if necessary. Then I'll go up to the top, make sure that's set to
Passengers to boarding starting.
Then I put that to IIS as the blaze, set to HDG. So then I find out how long I got. While I'm still here, I'll put in the cruising altitude in, the landing elevation. Then I put the lights on as necessary, and then that's it for the top part. That's it. I don't change anything else. And then I go down here. I put all my lights on if necessary. Dim the lights, go up and down. Brakes to RTO. Make sure that my TCAS is set to off or standby, because every time I do a cold start, it's always on anyway, which I don't know why. But make sure that's on. Parking brake stays off throughout the programming of the FMC. Stays off. The reason why, obviously, when you've got that up, it's using the hydraulic pumps, isn't it? It's using something. I only apply it, I only switch it on when I'm about to start my engines or push back.
Yeah, well, that's different. I mean, that's the very first item in the Boeing one.
Yeah.
Parking brake set.
Yeah.
Before the battery, before anything else, set the parking brake.
Yeah, well,
Item number one.
But the way I learn it, it's off. It's down.
Yeah.
Because you've got the chocks
Well,
in
there
place.
you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
there are loads of these.
Yeah.
And it's a popular plane. I'm sure every VA has got their own version.
Yeah,
There must be hundreds of these around.
Well, I was told that by having this up, which I should have it down now because I'm all set up. By having it up, it's using the pumps or something. So, because at the end of the day, right, all it does, it just holds the brakes levers in place. That's what it does. So once the FMC's kind of done, right, and once the coordinates is in, I'll go to the top, make sure it's in nav, and while I'm doing that, the refilling is happening, because another thing to consider is you can't really put your APU on until your fuel's done, because you're refilling and it's bad to have the engine on or something running while you're refilling, correct? It's like running a car. You have your engine off while you're refilling a car. So once I know the refilling's done, I put in this switch, which you just said, the fuel switch. Turn on the APU. Once the APU is stabilized, the APU bleed comes down. And then once I know that I'm fully fueled up and I've got enough fuel, I'll put the APU gens on straight away. That way, once it's on, if you accidentally forget to put it on in the first place, your whole thing goes cold start. It goes cold, so I put them on straight away. And then after that, so forth.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Well, as I say, we've proved that there are numerous of
Do you want to
these
deboard crew?
checklists.
Yeah.
Crew to
for this
boarding
plane.
starting.
Obviously, different
No one's
airlines.
right, no one's wrong. Yeah, no one's right, no one's wrong. It's just different.
Different airlines, different procedures. Ryanair's probably got something different again.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. Right, I'm going to go and grab some food because
Yeah.
I'm hungry,
Roger
and
that.
I will see you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to head off and head tomorrow. I'll catch you tomorrow then, buddy.
Yep. Okay. Bye bye.
Laters.
Bye.
Parking brakes does not use hydro pumps, so they go on as soon as you are in the aircraft. Well, how I always known is that when I spawn into the aircraft, right, it's cold in start. That's always down. Well, I'm cold in dark. The generator may be connected or maybe not. TCAS is always on active on TA only, which I don't know why. Every time I spawn into an aircraft, I have to go down here and basically put it to standby straight away, which is annoying. But the parking brake is always downwards.
Your
Oh,
crew
you
has
are?
deboarded.
It's always down. Every time I do a cold and start, it's always down. Even if my hardware is set into on position, it's always down. Every time I start the aircraft, it's always constant down. So, and when I was watching a video some years ago, the bloke put it on before the engine started. So it meant to be up. It meant to be up. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Parking brake needs to be on first thing as the plane is spawned in. Okay, okay. Oh. This is how I probably learned it, I suppose. But it's true, right? Depending on what airline you fly, the checklist can be a little bit different. I mean, to be honest, I don't know where Ian got his checklist from. It's the way he's following his checklist is completely, slightly different to how I do it. Anyway. Next, yes, I know where it is. Next to the 3 lane. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Brake pressure. I see it. It's on 2. It's on 2. Right, so with that, boys, that would be it for me. Disconnect from IVAO. Exit up there. Go back to the main menu. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, but find out depending on what plane I'm flying tomorrow. But yeah, every time I load in from a cold and dark, the brake is always down. I don't know why. I don't know why it's set like that. If it's cold and dark, should the brake be already up? You know? Be already up. If the parking brake's cold and start. Right, that can be shut down. Shut down. Another graph can shut down, and I need to complete this flight. I'll submit that in a second. 148 landing into Mexico City. Shut down. Doo-doo-doo. So many programs you need to run, it's not even funny anymore. At GSX you can close down. Snooze the adverts. Right, it's just a safety thing, regardless of chocks being the brakes has to be set. Airbuses, same with airbuses. Every time I'm in airbuses, I always apply a brakes. It's always up. But yeah. I suppose everyone does it different, but when I watched a video years ago, this person in this video always had it down. Well, with GSX, you've got to have the brakes up anyway. If the brakes are off, GSX won't push me. I know it's fine. It's fine. I like these talks. I like these talks, but I'm just saying with GSX, it won't push you back anyway. GSX will say, "Please put your parking brake on." Yes. Yeah. No problems, Michael. Yeah. With the vest on. Yeah. He looks bored. He likes to play with his numbnuts, and then they connect you up. But it makes sense because with the parking brakes set on, they remove the chocks, connect you up, release the brakes, push you back, put the brakes on. Right. Right, so who to raid? Let me have a quick look. You like Right, who do you prefer, Durka or Allison? Well, next time when I load the aircraft in, I have to remember, go down and check if the brakes are set. This is not set automatically, unfortunately. Don't mind. Oh, let's do Durka Durka for a change. I like Durka Durka. He's doing Explain 12, isn't he? Yep, let's do Durka Durka for a change, boys. I haven't done Durka Durka. I do like Durka Durka. Right, let's do Durka Durka. Right, guys, that is it from me. I should be back on tomorrow. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. I should be back on tomorrow. I think next flight after this is 3 hours and 20 minutes long, and it wants me to do the 800 max or the 320. We'll make it interesting and do it in an ATR. Oh, I'll catch you tomorrow. Laters, boys. ATR, that's what she said.